everybody. Welcome back to Cooking with Brenda and David. I need some thread to sew his legs.
Take more than thread, barbed wire.
I think it would take barbed wire too. He's raising cane. I won't say who, but we've had so many problems with cell phones. And we're convinced it's the house and everything else, making every excuse in the world, but we just like there's days I go out in the yard and walk all around the yard and go up the road some and still can't get it, but I went somewhere else and we even making phone calls in the house and it feels good.
That's the first time we've ever made a phone call in the house.
For quite a while.
For a long, many years. But we got all these.
This phone that I had, the S21 5G, I'm gonna tell you, you think it being more high powered when I first got it, it was what was then. And you'd think it would have worked, but it didn't. It never worked in here. They've given us antennas, they've given us everything, and they don't work. All
these mountains, have a lot to do with it. But we got a new company.
I went to Verizon, and they're doing great.
So I feel like
so far.
I feel like Oliver Douglas climbing a phone pole to make a phone call.
And he promised y'all if I would get these phones updated or do something, he told me fix the cell phones. I said, you fix the internet.
I'm going to do it next. We're going to figure out something. We're going to get some kind of airwaves or something.
Don't talk about it, just do it.
But this is
your homework.
All right. I got a brand new cell phone, and this is the first time I hit
Please
record.
Don't drop it. We're waiting on our covers and stuff. They're a lot cheaper on Amazon than they are at the
it's
cell
super
phone
duper
companies.
clear when I'm looking through it right here.
Well, good.
Because my other phone that I used was like an 819.
820.
20 or whatever, but this one's super duper clear. But he took my old phone, and I was going to save it, and he locked it, or he can't use it. So Brenda's going to have to try to figure out how I could still use it.
I'll get it fixed. That's what I'm telling him before we come on. I'm like, let it go. Let it go. I'll give you my old one. I don't like it anyway. You can have it. I like my new one. It's pretty.
Well, I can use my old one down.
I'm just kind of scared to use it because, and anybody that knows me can call me on Messenger on this old one because of the DSL and stuff we have.
If they don't unlock that one, you're going to take this new one back, and I can tell you that right now.
Okay, I will. Let's just finish this show, okay? I'm beat.
Because I can use it down in the garage.
I'm beat, and I don't want to beat you, but I will.
All right.
I'm just kidding. I don't hit my husband. I just like to sound big.
All right, so what are we doing tonight here?
What I've been doing is canning beet pickles. And I done one batch. They're really nice. They all were, every one of them sealed. Oh, I forgot the bag. Every one of them sealed, and look how pretty.
Bring it over here so I can see.
So I just want to show y'all what I've done, okay? They're really nice and taste real good too. I've ate so many beets, but they're so good. It's like candy. They're good.
Okay.
So anyhow.
Oh, I bought you those big giant ones.
I had another batch. I had this thing plumb full the first time. Well, not all the way, but enough to where it was hard to stir it. And I'd been having problems with my shoulder. So what happened was I had to go to pain management, and he injected my shoulder, but I couldn't sleep for 3 days. Oh, it hurt me so bad. I overdone it, and it was already hurting. But he injected it. It was numb down to here. I couldn't hardly put the car in gear to come home. So anyway, let's get started. I'm going to tell you where I start, okay? Right from there, and it's not much. I got this going right here, and I've been peeling them and everything. I saved a couple to show you. So what you do is, a lot of times when you buy them, they're already clean, but you can clean them off some more. That's what I do. I clean them off some more. You put them in a pot like this, or however, it depends. If you're making 2 jars, you won't need a pot this size. So you put them in the pot, and you put water over top of them, and you cook them until they're tender. Look.
Well, you wash them and everything.
Well, you wash them, put them in here.
Do that again.
Don't get them mixed up. Now listen.
Okay, I'm trying.
Look, wash your beets, put them in a pot like this, or smaller, depending. Okay? And put water over top of them beets, and cook them until they're tender. Don't ice nothing else. Don't throw nothing else in there either, turkey. See, it's tender. You can eat them just like this. Matter of fact, I've been eating so many.
I can tell.
They're good. Oh, well. I got beets in my gums. It don't matter. So when you boil them and they're done, it's kind of like something else that you do, like, oh, tomatoes, and you peel and you pour scalding water over them. But these, you can't do that. You have to cook them. So you pour the water over them and the peelings comes off. And these things, but I'll tell you what, I paid $35 for these. He asked for 30, but I had a time getting there. I held him up some. I gave him a little more, but the box was actually fuller than I thought it was going to be.
Well, you went to a different Amish farm.
Well, I went to the Amish store down where I come from, and I got a box of apples. And this is the box with the lid that would be on it. And it was plumb full of apples, and I got a whole bunch of applesauce, but I got some of them. I'm going to show you how to cook it and jar it up. I've got some on here where I froze it, but actually jarring it's better. If your freezer goes out, you'll lose them all, you know. It's better to jar them, in my opinion. That's the way we've always done them anyway. When I was working, I didn't have time to do a lot of stuff. I've washed beets, cooked them, washed jars. I've washed all them jars. I've washed dishes. I've done laundries. I've worked hard today.
So you got them jars up
and
at your
I
mother's.
wish I hadn't
mama's,
had to work like that because it's Sunday. But in order to do this, I had to.
You got the jars from up at your mama's, didn't you?
Some of them, yeah.
Some of them we had here, and I bought you some half-gallon ones.
And they were dirty where they were down in a dirt basement, you know, and they were dirty. A couple of them actually looked like they still had the beets in the bottom of them, like it didn't get washed or something. I don't know.
Well, I told you I'll buy you new ones if you need them.
I know, it's okay. I got them. I'll have to store those and wash them. So I bleached them. Let me tell you, I scalded them and bleached them and rinsed them really, really good. Now make sure you got everything that don't look good off of there, okay?
So you skinned it.
Yeah, I skinned it. But let me put them glasses on. I can do better with them on. I probably got this all over me anyway. I ain't worried about it. I don't need these, but when I'm doing something like this, I do like to make sure, because I don't want to go through all this work. Now, they're worth it to me. But I don't want to go through all this work and then my beets not be clean or done right. You know, I like my food to be clean. And when I can it, I want everything clean. And like I said, they were rinsed good. They've been scalded. And around them rims and stuff will get scalded again.
Let me ask you a quick question.
Hey, this is good like this. Watch. I'm going to do one. Let go there, dude. 2. And it's so easy to do it with this because they're cooked.
Oh,
and yeah, see, this does it. And it picks them up too just as easy. And it's a lot faster.
If you don't skin them, will that affect?
You don't want to eat them with not skin.
I know, but would it affect the sealing or anything? Or
I don't really know because we've never done them like that.
Okay.
We always do them like this. But I saved 2, you know, to show what I'm talking about here. So we're up to washing them, putting them in a pot, and boiling them until they're done.
Now, that one's already been boiled.
Yeah, this pot was full, and it takes it, after it gets to boiling, at least an hour to cook. But we don't have much longer to cook them now. We got to get them up to temperature, you know, to boiling. And then after your stuff you got in there starts cooking together with it pretty good, then you can start jarring it. But you can't turn it off. You can turn it down. You can't turn it off. It got to be scalded. I mean, they got to be boiling hot in order to seal. Now, I'm sure there's some ladies on here that's older than me, and if it is, they may do it a different way, but this is how Mama always done it, and it worked. So that's the way she taught me, and that's the way I do it. But some lady, where my husband went, told him I needed something, and I'm like, what's that? And he's like, well, she said you need it, and I said, I ain't never used nothing like that, so I don't know what it was. But anyhow.
You're talking about when I went to the store to get you some more of that seasoning stuff or whatever.
Yeah, some pickle spice.
Okay.
Well, that didn't go right, but that's okay. This is so fast doing it with this.
Yeah, some woman told me at the store that I went to get you some pickling spice, and while I was there, she said I needed this.
What is it again?
Aluminum.
Aluminum?
Aluminum or something.
I don't know, but we've never used it.
Okay.
Never had no problems either, so I don't
Well,
know.
maybe we can use it for something.
She's probably not wrong. I mean, it's probably you can use it. I don't know. We've never used it. We use vinegar and sugar and pickling spice. Yeah, that part's done. I'm excited. Now, let's just put this over here, and I'm going to turn this eye on. That's my bucket I've been using. I'm going to turn that eye on. Oh, that's why my back's very, very tired. I'll probably be down for the next couple of days. This don't look too good, but it's clean. Let me tell you, is it ever clean? Because after I boiled the beets, I cleaned and sanitized that on the inside and out. I just like my stuff like this. If I'm going to go through all this trouble, it's going to be clean.
That old stove, I've seen Grandma use that on the wood stove. That thing's probably too small for that bucket.
Huh?
That thing's probably too small. That stove's probably too small for this big old pot.
No, it ain't. I've done cooked a big pile off, remember?
Oh.
And my shoulder was hurting, and then when
Yeah,
I done that from stirring them, oh my goodness.
Do you need your fancy lid to go on it?
Not right yet. I gotta add some stuff. I gotta add a little more water too. Now this is the thing to do in my opinion. You add your water up to the top of these, or not quite. I'll show you what I do. You don't have to use all the juice, but it is very good to know you're gonna have enough. I like some juice in my pickles, but I don't want the whole jar just to be juice and a couple pieces of beets either. Matter of fact, this is scalded, and I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. The beets that I canned last time with Mommy, this was the last jar of them, and no, I didn't have them in here. This jar's scalded and clean, but it doesn't have a lot of juice. And I'm going to take some of the juice that hopefully that's left from that and put in here, and I got some 10 eggs I'm getting ready to cook.
Oh, so that's not the jar you use for canning. That's just where you put some from the canning jar into that.
Yeah, I'm going to put some of that in there so I got some juice to go over my eggs.
So my little brother wanted some of those eggs, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah, he's wanting some eggs. I let him have some. I don't mind.
Oh, you've already started that, hadn't you?
Yeah, I got them ready to cook so I can see. I need one of these eyes here. I'll show you what for. You know, I put my pot, my rings and stuff in there. I'll show you. I put my rings and lids in a pot and get them boiling hot. And so I can put them on the top of my jar. And
did y'all ever use a pressure cookers or something?
oh yeah, that thing come off one time. Mommy was doing green beans, and that thing shot off and went up to the ceiling and over there, and it scared us half to death.
It ricocheted.
Yeah, it did.
Mom was always worried about it, but we never had one to explode, but she was always worried about it.
She still used it. I can't remember why that happened. I don't remember, but I know that it was a scary one. We still used it.
Well, they'd only done it that one time then, I guess, wasn't it?
I can't remember if we used salt in them or not. It's going to have vinegar. I don't think it needs salt. I haven't put none in them. So anyway, let me see here. I got some pickling spice here, and I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. That's a tablespoon.
Show them what that looks like, because I had a hard time finding it for you today. No, I mean the jar that it come from, or the can.
Well, it comes in a can like pepper. It can come in a jar. Depends on the manufacturer. Right, so you know, it's just like anything.
That's the one I bought for you today.
Look at all these different things up there in different manufacturers. Yes.
This thing's not focusing, honey. My old camera focused.
You know, you got to come back a little bit.
It don't matter, but my old camera used to focus it.
I don't know. Quit griping. I don't know. Okay?
Maybe better take this one back.
Let it go.
Get my antique one back. It works better.
Let's do our show without worrying about that old antique telephone. Okay, there's one. That's a tablespoon, and I'm going to at least put another one. You got all kinds of seasons, cloves and everything in this, but I'm going to tell you it's going to be good. Now, I may need more, but I don't know this yet.
I wonder why this thing didn't focus.
Okay, and I'm going to put a cup or so of vinegar. and you use the white. Some might decide they want to use apple cider. Last time I didn't have enough white and I ended up mixing it. So, but that's okay, either way you want to do it. I'm going to do a cup at a time because I don't like to pour it back in the bottle after it's been out. I bought a bag of sugar one day and I just found it today because I bought another one and I couldn't even break that bag of sugar. What am I going to do? I just don't know.
Take it out there and I'll run the tractor over it.
And the bag breaks, and then what?
I'll put it in a bag it won't break. Old burlap or something.
And these are sweet, so I'm going to start with 1 cup. It's going to take more than that. Well, let's start with a half a cup. That's what I think. Because I may need more vinegar. And I like the way it tasted so good last time. I might put some brown in here with it.
How many cans have you already done in beets? No wonder you wore out. I don't say you turned it.
Golly, I done these last week. And I am tired. I done this 12.
Good day.
12 quarts. And that'll be 12 more quarts and maybe a couple pints. I'm going to do a couple of pints. I'm not going to do them all in quarts, but I just want to have them cleaned and ready. I've worked so hard today cleaning jars. My back's hurting.
You want me to try to
And
stir it?
this is what got me right here.
You want me to do it?
Well, just wait. My shoulder was really hurting me before, and doing this to them to make sure they don't stick. And blend your stuff. You got to get it blended in there.
Golly, can't you do it in little pots or something? Or
Oh, well, I don't want 2 or 3 pots going. I got to get my lids and stuff going. This is the best way. Now I just got to see what it tastes like. He might not be good yet. Not there yet.
I guess you gotta be experienced to know the difference.
Mm-hmm. You know what I think I'll do? I think I'll add, I'm going to be ending up putting 2 cups probably. I don't know. This made it so good before. The last cup I'm going to mix.
So that's not
Apple cider without the mother.
What's that?
My other half a cup of sugar. I just have to do it as I go until I get it where I want it. So far, it's not even a cup of sugar yet. It's sitting in there, but look, it's already in here.
Yeah.
There's 3/4 of a cup so far, but you know, you gotta, on beet pickles the way we make them, you gotta match the vinegar and the sugar for the perfect sweet tartness, you know.
So how would you recommend someone's never done it before?
Just like I'm doing it, and you will not go wrong. If you like sweet pickles at all, I think eggs are nasty to pickle them with just vinegar. Ugh, they're nasty. I don't care if they're sweet, sour, whatever, they're still nasty. Each to their own, though. I mean, they're nasty for me. They might not be nasty for someone else.
So how you gonna?
Hey, this is the best way to do them for an ultimate taste.
So you gonna pickle the eggs the same way as the beets?
Yes.
Okay.
No, I'm gonna put them eggs in the beets. Yeah, I'm gonna pickle the eggs inside them beets right there after I cool them and peel them.
I don't get it. Ain't they already sealed?
Baby, when those get cooked, no, that's not sealed. I showed you this jar right here.
Uh-huh.
It's got beets in it, but I need some more juice, and there'll probably be some left off of this.
Oh, so you gonna? All right, I
Get
see.
some of the juice from this, and then I'll peel my eggs and put in it.
Okay.
And they still have to set for a couple of days.
So you're
before they're good.
using the leftover juice for that for the eggs?
If I got some, and I'm gonna make sure I do.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna make sure I got some left.
Well, Dennis ain't never had nothing like that. He'll probably really like that.
Oh,
You want me to do it?
David, I got a ways to go yet, honey. Just hold on. I will when we're not recording, okay? Let me. Not yet. So there's 2 cups of vinegar so far.
Of white and apple cider.
1 cup of sugar so far, but I'm gonna tell you they ain't gonna be enough. Yeah, but I've only put like a 1/4 cup of the apple cider. 1 cup and 1/4, and I still don't think it's gonna be enough. And I think I'll add some more of this. It's real weird when you do this. This stuff tries to go to the bottom for some reason. 2 tablespoons and a half so far. So I gotta keep up with it. That ain't gonna be enough sugar. It's this spoon that seems like it makes it hard, but I gotta have something big. This did, it put me down for about 3 days. I couldn't even drive. It hurt. Oh, it hurt. Didn't sleep.
Looks like you need a shovel.
About do. I know I'm getting my hand down in it, but that's okay. My hands has been all over every bit of this stuff today. And they're clean.
Now, how long will these pickled beets last after they sealed?
A couple years, 2 or 3. Well, when me and Mommy done those other ones, Daddy was still living, and that's the last jar of them right there.
Oh yeah, that big one you showed us.
Yeah. Just have to keep going till you get it right. So there's 1 cup and 1/4. I got a lot of beets in here, let me tell you. Yeah, this is probably going to be more than what's in that box. I'm not sure yet. I got the pickling spice right, I believe. Because once these starts heating up, the aroma gets started in here, and it smells so good.
It smells good now.
What I'm just doing is trying to get everything blended, and you don't really have to stir this to keep it from burning. It's got plenty of water, and I'll turn them down. You don't want them to cook until they're mashy, because some of mine were like that last time if I didn't get a very big cut on it. Woo! And they'll fall apart on you. Tastes good, but not pretty. Look at that, just waiting on me to get a bite of it.
They're supposed to be
You want a
good.
bite?
They're supposed to be good for you.
They are good for you. Here's your piece. They ain't seasoned yet, David, so don't expect much. Still good, though. I think it still needs vinegar and sugar, don't you? Put a little more of this.
Yeah, it's still kind of got a green to it or whatever.
So I've had 2 cups and 1/4. So I'm going to put another 1/4 in there, okay, of this one. Let's see where that brings us. Needs more
So if
sugar.
you've never done this before, you might want to try a little small at a time.
You know, I'm going to say this. I'm trying to give you a recipe for this, but just taste it. Taste it and see if it's where you like it. Is what I would do.
This is a lot of years of experience. There's no recipe.
I do them from the way Mommy's always done them, and we done them forever as I can ever remember. This was always part of our holiday dinners and stuff. Pickled eggs were.
And beets.
And we had it at Easter, Thanksgiving, Christmas, you know, whenever we had a dinner, we'd have stuff like pickled eggs, especially during the cold months.
Well, I was just thinking.
So until it gets 0 outside, you don't get to open none of them.
Well, you better have me some soup beans and some country ham.
I know this is good with some pintos and cornbread or a biscuit. So good.
And it's supposed to be good for you.
They are good for you. They're a superfood. I don't know if they're good like this, but they are good for you. It's getting there.
I doubt if kids would eat it.
Here, taste it now, David.
But
all of our kids ain't had no problem eating it.
oh yeah,
Getting there, isn't it?
yeah, you getting it there. That's good.
My eggs will bust if I don't turn them down.
Yeah, it's good.
All right, they still need a little bit of something, but I'm gonna let them cook a little bit and see what it is. I'm not gonna let them cook after they get real hot. 5 minutes, that's about it. I gotta start jarring them.
All right. What are you gonna do here?
We'll be back in a few minutes. Okay, we'll see you in a few. Okay, David's fussing at me because,
No, I'm not
wait
fussing.
a minute, just hold on to your bloomers, boy. He's like, I picked out some of them cloves in here and I'll tell you why. The new one, I had a little bit of McCormick left. And the one he bought me is not as strong as the McCormick. I won't say the brand, I'm not going to bash them. Might just be me.
But you like the
So I
McCormick.
picked a few more of the cloves out of here and that I had left out of McCormick and put in there. The pieces of sticks or whatever. All this goodness. I let David do a smell taste. A smell, not a smell taste.
So bottom line is you like the McCormick's. Okay, you prefer. And you added some more of this since I went off.
Just a little tiny bit
of that.
Right. And look, so I'm telling you what I use in mine. You're not going to get the correct measurements by doing mine if you don't do but half this amount.
Right.
So I told David, I said, well, David, I'm not really trying to give I'm trying to give what I put in it, but not how much, really. So I've added white and apple cider vinegar and pickling spice and sugar.
Okay.
And that's all we ever have used. They turn out very delicious.
So it's
I ain't met nobody yet that didn't like them.
So it's according to how much you're doing.
Yeah.
Is how much
it's just the point of telling you what I'm putting in here.
Yeah.
And that's all I'm going to put. I'm the only 3 ingredients I'm going to put. Well, 4 because of 2 different kinds of vinegar. You might not like the apple cider vinegar, but I noticed the last batch, it made them so good I couldn't quit eating them. They're good. My kidneys is probably red by now. Now, we'll be back. I'm going to get these to boiling. Okay, we're ready to jar it up if I find out what he did with my thingy. Well, these were boiling. What happened to them?
I don't know.
You stirred them. They have to be stirred. That's just the way it is. But they're plenty hot. You see all the red foamy stuff coming here. They hot. They've been going real good here. I don't want them to tear up mash too bad.
Some people don't know. Why do you boil the lids?
Because they got to be good and hot so they'll seal.
Okay.
I don't know what to do with this. Oh, I'll just put it right here. Don't need it on there, right? Whew. Twisting around, I got dizzy. Okay, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to stick, now you got to be very careful because you can get burned. I'm going to stick this jar, I've sterilized it to clean, but I want it to be real hot. And I'm going to stick the top of this jar down in the water maybe 1 inch, okay, inch and a half. Now I'm going to turn that water down, it doesn't need to boil. But I had to get it good and hot.
So you sterilizing the jar?
Well, I'm getting that rim good and hot. Now, instead of holding the jar straight up where the hot water will get you, just do it like this. This is what I done. You hold it up and straight like that for a little bit until you start getting a lot in there, and then you can set it right there. I got this big old salad bowl I've had for a long time. I like it. It works well doing stuff like this. Sometimes you might have to find a couple smaller pieces to mash down in there. Baby's hot, daddy hot. Let me get something here, okay? Please, please. That wasn't it that I needed, was it? I need a smaller piece here. But I'm going to show you what I'm doing here, and then you'll know if you want to can use some good old pickles. There you go with using beets. Anytime you do this stovetop method like this, you almost have to go through it like that. We have a knife. Can't get nothing packed down in there because it's too big. There we go. Now, I got it packed pretty good. What I want the fork. I got them packed pretty good. If I can find a small piece without cutting one, I'll be happy. There we go. Now, fill her with juice. The rest of the way. You don't have to go all the way up to the lid, but just make sure you got it. I'll show you. That's why you need a lot of juice. You see where it's at?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You have to clean this off real good, and you got to work quick once you get it. I work slow on this one, but I wanted to show you.
So you work quicker on the other ones.
Oh, you got to work quick. Where's my thingy? Now, these are hot. You can't pick up these aluminum ones with that, so you have to use your fork.
Is that the ones I bought you? Or is that?
Some of them are. And drain the water off of it, put it on. Grab you a rag or a towel. I usually use a dish towel and tighten her down. Make sure your rim is clean. If you don't, it will not seal. And you have to watch them in case they don't seal so you can reheat them. Now we're going to go for another one. And I'm going to put it down in here about 1 inch to 1.5 inches and get it really hot. And don't let it bub up on you, boil up on you, okay? Because it can be hot. And I've done every one of my apples. See, keep it like that so that hot water won't drain on you. Hey, it's a job, but I'm going to tell you, it is well worth it. We've always had these, and I just can't go without them all the time. Ouch, it's getting hot now. Now, I'm not mashing those hard. I'm just kind of placing them a little bit in there. Because when you start getting closer to the top, oh, that's a season. I'm like, there's something on there, but it's a seasoning. Beets are different colors when you peel them. They were all ready though, but they're different colors. You see that light one there? That one that jumped out of the can, out of the jar. And we used to always put them in a canner and can them like that, or did we? I don't think we did, because me and Mommy done them like this. Put some juice. If you see you're going to run out of juice, add a little bit. If you got this strong enough, it'll be able to have a little extra water. See, that one don't want to lay flush, so I'm going to cut it so that piece of that can go down in there differently. There it is.
So it needs to make contact.
Well, I want them to stay down there so they won't. I want the lid to seal, you know. I might add just a little bit more juice. A little bit more over top. There we go. Make sure you wipe it. Whatever you do, make sure you wipe it. That's just like you can freeze in jars, but whatever you're freezing, don't put it up no further than right here, because when you freeze it, it swells. This is what I'm looking for, one of these. I used them little white rags that somebody gave me one time, a long time ago, when we first started our shows, when they started sending us some stuff. But anyway, I'll tell you what, we'll be right back. I'm going to jar these up, and we'll be back. Well, I'm done. I got 11 quarts and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pints. I still have some left, but I'd like to share some with the little lady up street or up a road.
Yeah.
I always say street. I like to think I'm a city slicker, but I'm not.
Well, we know that.
Well,
right.
Anyhow,
excuse me just a second.
I want to tell you something about a jar and when you're canning like this. I'm going to use some of that juice. And maybe the beets too. When you're canning like this, you can use, look at here, you know what this is? There's nothing on it. There's nothing wrote on it. That's because it's an old mayonnaise jar.
Okay.
Uh-oh, it just sealed. No, it didn't. There it is.
You pushed it down.
I didn't either. I was just doing like this. Just look. Anyhow, that's an old mayonnaise jar. If you're canning on top of the stove like this, you can use them. They're good.
With the right correct tops on them.
If you can't put them in no pressure cooker or nothing, and I wouldn't.
No.
Mommy used to put them in a regular canner. Some. It depends on how long they had to cook. If it was tomatoes, yes. If it's green beans, no. Green beans have to cook a lot longer. So anyway, y'all, I hope maybe if you ever do canned beet pickles, you'll use my recipe. I don't think you'll be unhappy.
No, you won't.
Or use what I put in it and do taste tests. Get it where you want it, the tartness or sweetness. I like mine plum level. Tastes good too. Yum, yum, yum. You want to taste one, David?
Well, I want to, if you're supposed to remind you something about a jar, you said.
Did you not
Oh, that's what it
listen?
was? Okay. Well, I thought it had
I'm
something.
thinking, did he not listen for real?
Well, I thought it had something to do with this big old Mount Olive jar here or something.
No, but I thought about putting these in that, but I'm not. I'm going to share them. I'm going to share them.
So you're not going to can those?
No, my friend's grandson comes. He's military. I'd like for him to try them. I'll let him try my applesauce. Very hot, David Hall.
Okay, here we go. Nice and hot and steamy. Here we go. Cook a bite out of it. Looks pretty good.
Yeah, it's good. Mm-hmm. Oh, them's going to be good too. Yes, baby.
So what are you doing here? What's this all
I'm
about?
putting me some more beets and juice in there for my eggs. I might add a few more eggs. That's what I was thinking.
So this is, what's this all about?
I already had beets in there. Remember the last jar from a few years back.
Mm-hmm.
And I done 10 eggs. And one of them tore up. And we ate it. And so I might do a couple more. And that's why I want to put a few more of these in there and some more juice.
So this is what you're going to share with the neighbors.
Not all of them, but what's left in here. I
Which
will.
this is not canning. This is like.
No, I ain't canning this.
This is
seal it.
This is for eating purposes.
Yeah, but I will tell you something we've always done. I don't know why it does it, but when we put this lid on our eggs, I don't know what does it, but around this rim will start rusting. Or that one. So we've always took off a piece of aluminum foil and folded it up a couple ways and put it on here and then twist the lid on.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, cause
and that stopped it from happening?
Yeah.
Huh.
Well, if it rusts, it'll be on the foil. What do you think, David? I don't know. I might put a little bit more juice.
I think if my little brother was here,
it'd been done gone all crazy.
He would have ate this whole thing right here. Because he can really pig it down really good.
Oh, he'll eat 2 or 3 eggs and he didn't even blink yet. I shouldn't have said. I don't mean to be mean.
No, I'm not trying to be mean, but
He's a fast eater and he loves to eat.
I'm serious. He would eat that whole thing
He called David last night and he was upset. I never did get the lowdown on why he was upset.
He went deer hunting and he got a deer and he had to haul it way out of the woods up in the mountains.
And it hurt him, didn't it?
And his health he's beginning to getting older now, and he's the youngest of us, and so he's getting older, and plus he's got a steel rod in his leg, and so it's hurting him real bad. So.
I heard him say something about I'll just have to starve, I reckon. I started to say, I didn't hear him, I didn't get to talk to him, but I started telling him we won't let him starve. We're not going to let him starve. We'll give him some pickles in
But he gets most of his food, he gets it the old-fashioned way from hunting.
He has to hunt it.
Yeah.
Whew, I just put it on there, didn't I? I'm not going to do it right yet. It ain't going to do it that quick, but I put some more eggs in there. I probably will. I'm going to put a few more.
Well, I'll call him. He'll like to have some of that.
I'll eat half of them myself. I love them. I love them too. They're good. This is why I make these pickles. I made these little ones because I'm going sometimes when we open them just with some beans and stuff, you know, we'll eat them and then the jar sits in there and you might get pushed to the back. And then, I don't know, I just go ahead and get rid of them a lot of times. Check them out first, but not much of them goes to waste around here.
Those big jars that I bought you today, those,
I know what I'm going to do with them.
that's what I was going to ask you. What are you going to do with them?
Make a big thing of spaghetti sauce, because, you know, if I'm going to make lasagna, that would be a good size to use. You need a lot.
Okay.
But I don't know, you probably need that much when you make lasagna. You need a lot. I make that pot full right there, remember, when I make lasagna to put over my noodles.
I'll get you some gallon ones if you want me to.
Or some chili beans. You hear them popping?
No, I didn't hear it.
They're popping. I hear them. They're going down. Done heard a bunch of them pop. That one's down. Uh-oh. That one is now, and I just barely touched that. Scared me. I went, it just barely.
Well, you're not supposed to do that.
I know, but I just want to see how
Because when I remember when we was kids,
that one isn't done yet, but it will.
If you mess with them, you get a whipping.
This little one here just done it. You can tell. You can see that they're up still yet, you know.
Mm-hmm.
There's one here. This one's still up. I'll have to watch them, and so is that one.
Mama used to lay a towel over top of them.
I'm going to, because you do not want to throw something hot over top of it.
Yeah,
so,
she gently laid a towel over, I remember.
well, listen, you all, I'm going to get off of here. I'm about to drop in the floor. This has been a long process. I don't like doing that on Sunday, but he wanted to record it, and so we did it. Had to do the jars. I'd already cooked the beets.
Right.
But I had to heat them up, and then I peeled them.
Just in case if someone doesn't know, how long did you cook the beets before you got to the part?
Until they were tender. It depends on how big of a container of them you're trying to cook. You know, I have my thing filled plumb up.
So that's...
And the lid over top of them. And probably after it started boiling, maybe about an hour, you have to test it with a fork or something and see if they're
right,
tender.
because that's where you took that knife earlier.
Yeah, you want them about almost like a firm baked potato, but not real ready to mash up yet.
Okay.
Oh, Lordy.
How long would it take for the eggs to... The longer they sit, the better they'll be?
2 or 3 days before you eat them.
All right, 2 or 3 days. All right.
I'm going to boil some more, I believe.
It's a good idea. Yeah.
If Dennis comes, I won't get none. He might not get none even if I make some more. I'll be keeping mine to save him some. Anyway, y'all, we're going to go, and God bless you all. Thank you for the gifts, the P.O. boxes. I don't even know.
Hey, now let me share something here real quick. We got our cookie pot over here.
Oh, look, and I couldn't find the vase that was big enough for those.
So
look how beautiful. I love those orange.
It's not going to be a flower vase. This is just something.
No, it isn't.
No, it's not going to be a flower vase.
I just grabbed it and put them in it real quick because it was here, and I'm like, hey, that looks good.
Right, so it's going to still get sauerkraut made in it.
Because of the green and the yellow, and here's some green and yellow, and there's actually some red in between them yellow or orange, and she blended all those up for me so good yesterday.
But we do like it. But it's not going to be it's going to get its purpose. It's going to get sauerkraut made in it.
Hey, I'm tired. I'll tell you one thing, I still got all my flower seeds to scatter everywhere, and I'll get it done this week sometime. Still got to finish my apples. Anyway, we'll see y'all when we do the apples.
Are you going to do some apples for the show?
Yeah, but we're going to do corned beef hash one day too. That's real old timey, and I know y'all like those videos.
Okay, all right. What
Look,
the heck is that?
There's a deer crossing, probably.
And then it'll run off the side of the mountain, whoever it is.
Somebody knows.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, y'all. We'll see you later. Bye.